Yo, what's good, guys? Confess back again with another video, and let's get right into it. So, Valve just released a new update on the 18th of December, so just like 10 minutes ago, basically. And they put Champions autograph capsules back in the game. They are now available for purchase. Yeah, there's a congratulations to Team Vitality, of course. And the highlight souvenir packages can now be acquired for the playoff matches. Now, this is not the most interesting part. A way more interesting thing that has happened, and I'm already going to tell you a quick disclaimer right here. We don't really know if this is all factually correct and everything. It's basically one day of data here since Wednesday. So yesterday, there have been no registered rare drop cases dropped. So this is the tweet from Steam Inventory Helper, and they have gathered like from let's read it. So CS2 farms dead again. According to stats from Farming Tools, Valve quietly disabled rare cases drops from this Wednesday, and they haven't dropped at all this week. There's a chance it's a temporary change, of course. Yeah, this is something, as I said, it's very important to keep in mind. We don't know, like they've messed up shit like this. For example, the 40% terminal drop chance, which is still considered a lot of times that it's the drop rate, and I've also talked about this on my case investing video. So apparently it's 20%. But it's also possible Gabe is planning a full switch to a terminal-based system, phasing out rare drops and gradually replacing the active pool. So I couldn't have put any better words here, honestly. So this is basically the same thing I'm thinking here. And I've already talked about this exact theory in my EU lootbox ban video. This is basically the thing that I thought was already eventually at some point going to happen. Because, like, with the changes Valve has already done so drastically, I mean, yeah, this can absolutely be a thing that we are going to see here. So they're gradually shifting everything to the terminals, which, as I said, would make a lot of sense to circumvent those loot box bans and everything. So yeah, and the effect can already be seen. So this tweet is like basically 3 hours old. Nobody cared about it. When I checked last time, there were 117,000 views like 10 minutes ago. Now it's 174k. Is there a stat or something? No. Okay. I would have liked to know if there was like a way to find out how many people have viewed this. So what we're going to see right here is a lot of FOMO. I've already checked, and the Prisma case, for example, the Prisma 2 case is already from 140 today to like 144 to 156, so like a 10% increase almost in like a couple of minutes, basically, it feels like. Let's check the Spectrum 2 case. Okay, there's a slight upward trend, but the most significant examples I've seen were the Prisma case and the Prisma 2 case. Yeah, it's from 140 to 160 now. And the Snakebite case as well. It's from 65 cents to 72 cents. So basically the cheaper discontinued cases, or now discontinued cases, or assumed to be discontinued cases, but it's actually still rare cases, right? Yeah, we have to see what it actually means in the future. But there's a lot of them being purchased right here. So I'm going to sleep very good today, I think. But we don't know Valve, so this might just be a temporary bug. I don't know, they messed up something again and they're going to put it back. And as I said, it's basically 1 day of data. But if you can see it right here, there have already been like over 40,000 cases analyzed here, split evenly across all the active drops. So the Seal Genesis Terminal, the Dreams and Nightmares case, the Recall case, the Kilowatt case, and the Revolution case. They have 20% each. And the Gamma case has not been dropped, or basically 0%, but there have been 2, which I can't explain it. And realistically, like, it has already been quite rare, but not that rare. So among 30,000 cases, there should be at least some rare drops. There should be so let's say there's like, in this example of a datasheet, 40,000 cases. If everything goes as the way it has already been, there should be 400 cases, but like meaning that at least like 10 of everyone should be registered. But we're seeing like 2 at best. Like all the rare drop cases combined have 1% drop rate. There should have already been 400 registered cases, but the most we've seen is the Gamma case and the Operation Hydra case with 2 cases dropped. It's very weird, and as I said, that maybe they've even tuned it down even more. But as I said, what this means, especially with how many people are watching this at this exact moment, this is probably going to mean a lot of FOMO, I think. We will see, as I said. Going to be a very interesting night. So yeah, but realistically, let's be a little bit analytical here. I don't think like over the long run, of course, it's going to mean a lot, but over like short term, of course, as well. Like if we're going to see a huge price trend just because of the impact this has had, especially with how many people are seeing this right now. This is probably going to mean a lot of people are going to stockpile cases here, but we don't know, Valve. What if like 2 days later you can just get the rare cases in the armory? Like anything is possible at this point, honestly. And but maybe the trade up update as well. Now it kind of makes even more sense. So they basically at least like you can still get knives, but only from trade ups now, I guess. Not, but yeah, who knows? Yeah, as I said, this is going all to be very hypothetical, so I'm not going to put a lot of theories here. There can be a lot of theories put here, but as I said, we don't know what's going to happen here. But yeah, it's quite interesting, and I thought I'd let you know, so you just see this. And the long run, as I said, like midterm, we are not going to see extreme changes, I believe, because realistically, like 1% of all drops were already pretty low, especially for the ones that are being pumped quite heavily right now or being bought right now. So the incoming supply was already pretty low compared to the demand and the openings overall. And FOMO, maybe those are going to settle down a bit again, because like as I said, over the midterm it shouldn't mean too much, but over the long run, of course, like if every case is now discontinued in the rare drop pool, like my explanation around why I bought the gallery cases, for example, was because they are discontinued at this point. They are completely discontinued. So now that the gallery case is not the only case that seems to be discontinued, as I said, seems to be very important. Keep this in mind. We don't know, as I said, what's going to happen here. Yeah, but as I said, it's very interesting. Let's see how many people have seen it ever since. 187K. Now it's 193K, so wow. Okay. Yeah, this will be interesting in the next coming minutes and hours and maybe even days. So yeah, have a nice day, guys. Have a nice night. Have a nice evening wherever you are. I'll see you in my next one.